Now it is time to finally talk the movies. Supergirl, 84 in 2026. There you go.
42 years apart.
Yeah, yes, they are. And let's dive into early ratings.
Wait, can I just point that out? 42 years apart for Supergirl movies. And we are literally had too many Batman and Superman movies to talk about.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I
don't remember who Edward Furlong is, Chad.
Well, Edward Furlong was the kid from T2.
Oh,
the weird looking kid who is,
So, James, what is your rating for Supergirl 84?
2.
What about you, Chris?
Honestly, 2 feels appropriate.
Mick?
So much.
I'll probably give it a 2.
I hate it so much.
Then it's all Helen Slater.
Yeah, I gave it a 2 as well. And let's just give the rating for the next one just so we can kind of go back and forth with them and all that. So I gave that one a 2. And the newer one, right now, I'll say 7.5.
Okay.
James?
I'm exactly what you, 7.5. I liked it better than I thought I was going to.
Chris?
I like it, but I'm going to go 7.
I'm with Chris. I'm going to go 7 on it.
Well, you two are wrong.
We're half a point. I have receipts. I'll talk about receipts.
So what I do before diving into Supergirl. So for Supergirl 84, I liked the actress. I like who played Supergirl. I thought she was cast.
Faye Dunaway.
I thought they did great with the cast of Supergirl for her. Everything else about that, I felt they disrespected. I felt it was disrespectful. I felt it was a disrespect to the fan service. I felt it was a disrespect to her because I feel like she should have gotten a way better script, something that's more serious, something that I could see why they only did 2 fucking Supergirl movies with this bullshit they put out there. It made no sense. It was just corny, and I feel they could have done so much better if they would have just taken it a lot more serious. Like when we get into the newer one, how the newer one did.
I think Supergirl 84 is definitely a product of its time with the sexism, for sure.
Oh my God. I mean, I think it's actually a little dated with its sexism. Like some of those things I'm like, it was at least 1984 by that point.
But this movie is essentially 2 women arguing over a guy.
First of all.
That's the whole
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And he's not even special. He's a lawn care guy.
It's literally a random landscaper they think is hot.
It's Hart Bachner.
It's Chris
from
Gamer. It's Gamer.
That's why he's not here.
It's Hart Bachner who played Ellis in Die Hard. Hans Booby. And he gets his coke. There you go. He also directed PCU and High School High and nothing else.
Oh, okay.
That's a hell of a filmography to direct. And nothing else.
And the fact that this is 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
In 1984 shocked me too.
Crazy.
This came out like the reason this movie really like astounds me is because by this point we have 3 Superman movies and Richard Pryor showed up for the 3rd one. So like you have established set movies with stars. Now I'm not saying Faye Dunaway is not a star. She is. Bonnie and Clyde, plenty of others. But I don't know if she took this seriously at all. It seems like she walked in here and was just kind of like, all right, yeah, I'm a Supergirl villain. Like it really was treated. You could tell this movie was treated like a second-class citizen of movies when it comes to the Superman franchise, just to appease the girls, to sell toys and stuff like that. And I am offended by that because it really deserved so much better. And what pisses me off is whoever made this or wrote it, directed it, the whole nine, everybody didn't understand Supergirl. They got points of Supergirl and then just made up their own crap. Argo City, we talk about that. It's like, I'm glad they do, but they barely touch on it. And I didn't realize the remaining Kryptonians had a bubble that could be burst at any moment. But on top of that, one of the biggest lores is that Superman's weaknesses are kryptonite and magic.
Yeah.
So you already have a weakness of Kara's, magic, and they don't utilize it in that way in any way, shape, or form. And just to add insult to injury, she has a superpower. She can bring flowers to life.
Dude,
with her heat vision.
they doing? I just
like, are you trying to be the sun? But
it's like Superman's forgetful kiss.
No, she has photosynthesis eyes.
This movie was like the movie studio said to all the viewers, "Here, have a squirt."
You know what this reminds me of, real quick? It's like they made the old school Wonder Woman as this Supergirl. It's like the same like personality almost.
First of all, I know I realize I'm saying this 44-year-old man, whatever I am. As a kid, Helen Slater in the Superman costume was like the hottest thing on the planet. I thought she looked so beautiful always. She reminded me of She-Ra. They should probably turn this into a She-Ra movie. It would have made more sense in a weird way, even with the devil showing up at the end. But I just thought, like, watching her like kind of come into her powers, do her thing, it was interesting in that capacity. But with Lois Lane's little sister and Jimmy Olsen, like, why could Christopher Reeve not show up even in the beginning, kind of like they did for 2026, do that little bit? Because they really had no faith in this movie, and it shows in every frame, and it bothers me because she thinks she deserved better.
By the way, anyway, I hate every version of Jimmy Olsen. I do not like him. I just hate him.
Damn. Even the newest one where he's a chick magnet?
Come on.
Yeah, that's not Jimmy Olsen.
Well, how do you know?
Because
Jimmy Olsen's been around for 80 years.
I had dinner with him. No, I
know Jimmy Olsen, and that's not Jimmy Olsen.
I just don't like the character. I don't know. Especially if you watch the show, the super old school Superman, Jimmy Olsen, he's the one that gets everybody into trouble.
Yeah, because
he opens his mouth and everything. He's telling secrets. And for one, why is the newspaper no secret stuff like that? Like, they go to them like they're the government. Like that scientist guy and everything. Oh, don't get me started on the show. All right, let's go on.
All right.
Yeah, because stay on a movie.
Mick, you know more of the lore than I do, I'm sure, when it comes to Supergirl. Argo City, I assume, is a real thing?
More similar to what you see in the 2026 version.
All right, so Krypton blows up. There's this small island that gets separated that survivors have clung to. They have this bubble that keeps them safe from space. But their power source is this tiny single battery. Tiny ball.
Yeah.
Duracell battery, basically. That
has a mind of its own, it seems like.
Yeah, that Kara throws out a window. And that's the plot.
And the thing is, it's weird how they set it up too, because they had like the main of that one guy like roll it to her, like he wanted her to do it and wanted her to get in the ship and leave in a way. It was weird.
First off, the way they treated her in the beginning, like she was supposed to be a little girl, but they still had Helen Slater, like, because she grows on the trip into like more of her teenage years.
She seemed a little old to be playing how she was acting like a 12-year-old.
Right? Not even 12. Like, I have a 12-year-old, and if he was acting like that, I think something was wrong. Like, like, you couldn't hire a 6-year-old because like she's not even a part of the conversation that's explaining what Argo City is, what the ball is, who everybody else is, what's going on. Her dialogue's not adding to anything. You could have literally had a kid sit there playing with the ball, and then it shoots out of her hand.
Let me ask this, because this is not clear at all. Is she even aware when she leaves Argo City to try to go get that ball that the city's going to die and everyone there is dead?
Well, she didn't care. She just wanted to go.
Because there's no indication.
She's aware when she goes to the Phantom Zone and Zoltar tells her, listen, everybody died. We had to come to the thing. You condemned your entire civilization. See, you were literally the last woman of Krypton because of you.
Yeah. Now the thing is, okay, I got a real question like that. Yes, the Phantom Zone is bad, but to save your people, would you just send everybody to the Phantom Zone and try to make a place there?
It's not a place you really like. The Phantom Zone is a hellscape. It's
and I'm kind of mad that they didn't show like things that are in the Phantom Zone. Like,
yeah, I mean, everybody has.
It was just a empty black landmass, like they're on a giant rock, just sitting there. Like, where are we?
I knew I would hate this movie when I saw Janar's work directed it. He directed Jaws too. Man doesn't have no idea what he's doing. He's a director I really am not a big fan of, and I wonder if he also directed Somewhere in Time with Christopher Reeve. So it makes me laugh that maybe Christopher Reeve was like, I'm not working with this dude again, because like he was supposed to have a cameo. But then they put out an elaborate thing that says that Superman is off-world in a distant galaxy handling.
No, it wasn't elaborate. It was a car driving away with the radio on, and you hear a radio announcement say Superman's off-world on a peace mission.
Yeah,
it's literally more elaborate than anything else they do in this movie.
Yeah,
I was not a fan of this movie.
Is there any point to her even joining, like, pretending to be a student? But by the way, she's older than all the students, clearly.
And by the way, she just got to Earth and she knows the customs and
and by the way, like she's wearing a Superman outfit and flying around and fighting, and it's all over the news. And Lois Lane's sister is still the only one that's going to be handling this. Lois Lane's not going to show up and be like, I know Superman, let's talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, we really need to have a conversation. Hey, Lucy, get her over here. We need to talk to her.
Oh, yeah, she has a magic power, too, by running. Her suit automatically comes on.
Like, that's the thing. Like, after watching the 2026 version, I'm like, that's so much more exciting to talk about. This movie literally was, the end scene is fought in some weird cave mansion.
Yeah.
With witches.
My favorite is when she's fighting the shadow that's not there.
That's not there. I thought they were going to show it. They showed it.
Oh, how about when again, like
she goes flying with the light post to try to get it charged by lightning.
Yep.
So bad.
Because electricity, because she's been on Earth for 5 minutes and she understands everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I do understand that, like, even her intellect is supposed to get better. Like, that's more as power too. But I will say this, that we talked about how it's essentially two women fighting over a man, and it is the most sexist storyline you can throw out there. And people are crapping on the new one storyline. Anyway, so it's the most sexist storyline out there. And but my issue is she brainwashes the guy to come back to her. I'm still trying to figure it out myself, please. She brainwashed the guy. She didn't want him, but she did want him. And then so she brainwashed him to come back, and the whole city is ripping itself apart because of what was it, a bulldozer or something? It was
a bulldozer of some kind of heavy.
Yeah, like a digger or bulldozer.
She's literally controlling it through magic, and it's just destroying everything.
And it's just tearing everything apart. And I'm like, this is what Supergirl gets. Like, Superman and Superman 3 lifted a lake out of the water frozen and then poured it over a nuclear power plant to cool it down. That's the third one. We lost many of the stars of Superman 3 by the third one. So that means they had no faith in Supergirl. But they're like, what can a girl handle? She's tough, so maybe she can fight a bulldozer. Like, what?
Yeah, I know. She's Kryptonian, man, strong.
They showed they didn't give two shits about this movie.
Not only that, I feel like this is a clear indication where you can get a visual of into the movie studios or writer's room where it is legit, like Mad Men, just men sitting around a table, like throwing classic, stereotypical, sexist women troves out there.
But I mean,
what do women like to do?
Cook. Why didn't they have like nerds and geeks that love this shit? Well, I guess you could say that because they're just starting to do that now.
Because we used to get beat up in the 80s a lot. They didn't care about us.
But the thing is, though, like, who made the fucking comic books?
Actual, you know what I mean? Yeah, but comic books weren't respected.
No, and half the people writing this movie probably didn't know comic book existed.
He used to get made fun of reading comic books.
I'd like to answer Sturdy's question if I can, and I'm not trying to be facetious to you or upset. I'm just
no.
This is more. Well, hold on one second. This is more of a rant. You got to understand something. What you see today with everybody wearing I did not. There was no K. Calm down. I said fuck. Calm down.
He did not finish the word.
You see a lot of people wearing geek tees now, going to conventions now, doing this, doing it. I remember going to the conventions before it was cool, and it was in a mall, and it was just in the middle of the mall, and you would walk around, and you'd meet some comic book writers, celebrities, things like that. It wasn't huge, and sometimes the bigger ones. Anyway, I'm not going. Go back a little bit more. What happened was, you had all of these. I would say my age, Zennial or whatever they call them, older millennial, however you could do it, had kids. And the kids grew up in a commercial world where they're being pumped. Comic books are now cool because it sells, because kids love it. And we're trying to aim for kids to sell toys and sell this and that. So now we just live in a capitalistic society where it's just insane and we have stuff everywhere. And all of those parents who would pick on me and beat me up and kids like me now have kids who are into it.
Did you?
And I get messages
beaten up by parents.
I don't get messages anymore. No, I kids my age, all my stuff ripped and torn up and stuff and really bullied. And all of them now are, yeah, that's who we always were. We were always into this. Star Wars, yeah, comic books. Blah, blah. I'm like, are you kidding? But it's because of their kids. And that's why it's so huge now. Back then, they weren't going to hire comic book writers to come in and help you. They don't care. They were just like, get the job done. Make our scripts. That's all we need. The girls will love it.
I don't think the girls love that.
I never got into comic books.
Maybe little girls, maybe young girls, but I feel like the girls that were into this stuff, they didn't like this shit.
Well, I think, yeah, young kids, which was what it was meant for, probably really enjoyed it because I don't think the story mattered much. It was being able to see a heroic figure on screen, But they took the first Superman seriously. They should have taken this seriously.
They should have taken it very seriously because, again, I mean, jumping on over to the newer one, like I don't understand the complaints of the newer movie. If you guys are just sexist pigs, fuck you all, and go watch your dad's masturbate or something.
I can tell you exactly what it is. Men don't like women in positions of power that is usually suited for men in movies.
Exactly.
The new Supergirl is a Western. It has a lot of and this is where I find it funny because you get all these fanboys for months have been talking about Woman of Tomorrow, which is the comic that it was based on. Now, it's loosely based on True Grit. True Grit is the John Wayne movie, and then again, it was made with Jeff Bridges and very well with the Coen brothers. And it was a movie about a hard-nosed, alcoholic marshal who has true grit. He's that guy who's hired by a young girl to find the people who killed her father. And she goes with them, and it's this whole journey, and they're vicious and they're vile, but he can do the job. LaBouffe in it, who was played by Matt Damon, and then Glenn Campbell in the original. It's a very solid, interesting story. Lobo, of course, is the LaBouffe character. The little girl Ruthie is the young girl in True Grit, and then of course Kara's playing the John Wayne / Jeff Bridges role. It's a great story to pull from. But it's a Western. And in Westerns, look back at all of the Westerns where women were the leads. And they were always crapped on by critics. Men feel threatened when they see women in positions of power that are usually reserved for men in movies. And that is why this is getting picked apart. Fanboys who don't know how to be actual critics and judge a movie. This is a good movie. Is it a great movie like Superman was last year? No. Does it have the needle drop moments with music? I believe it does, but I believe it's a subtle one with that soft, the middle by I think Kelty Gray does it. Is a great rendition. I thought they did great.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, it's a slow tune, but people are like, "Oh, it's just not needle drop. That's not the song you play." This is a traumatized young girl who lost everybody and everything. She does not feel like she has a home, and she's losing the one being in her entire life that she can connect with. And she is a mess, and she has so many issues, and she has to be the hero here, which she does not know how to be, and she doesn't want to be pushed towards that. And so that song and all of its words, if you actually listen to music rather than just critique everything, you would see that that has the right words and the right tone for what she's doing in that moment to become the hero and push past her trauma.
And just to add to that, because Jimmy Eat World, as you can see the poster over there, who wrote that song, that's my favorite band in the world. And to hear that rendition in that scene, that was fucking perfect. I'm sorry. I've been listening to that song since 2004 when it came out. And yeah, that's the message. She doesn't want to be a hero. She's being pushed into it. She's not Clark Kent. She's not Superman. And the fact that she fucking sends the girl away as soon as she sent, I forgot the character's name, the girl away at the end, I knew she's gonna fucking stab this guy. Like,
which in the comic, which was again funny because he had so many people talking about the comics, and now they're talking about it being a True Grit inspiration. Oh no, it's a complete ripoff. True, it's not. It's not a complete ripoff of True Grit. It has a lot of the similar tones, a lot of the similar character types, archetypes, but it's and honestly, you should use a blueprint like Sinners did with From Dusk Till Dawn. It works, and I thought it was well. But to add what you're saying with the with her coming in, I lost my train of thought because I was so angry about the.
How angry?
Not that angry. not watch another Sunday School Musical angry. No, it was just one of those things where we're watching this movie. I'm like, they did a really good job, and they made the differences in the comic book that I felt fit the theme of the world they're building. So in the comic, she doesn't kill him. Yeah, I'm almost certain she doesn't kill him. She walks away from it. But in it, Krypto's not dying. Krypto's all right. She goes with her to make sure she doesn't get in any trouble and leaves Krypto there and tells the girl, like, we got to go. I got to save Krypto. And I felt like that was an interesting choice because I hear a lot of people actually talking about that, being like, oh, this different stuff. And I'm like, she didn't want to go. She doesn't want to be the hero. She doesn't see herself as a hero or worth anything. I think adding that stake of Krypto worked better than her just lying about it and going to help the girl.
Was her original goal was to go and protect Clark?
Originally, yeah. Supergirl was sent to Earth to like guide and protect Clark. I did like that they added in this that throwaway scene. It was like, isn't he supposed to conquer that world? You know, like they had
they referred to him as conquering a world,
or a god or something. Yeah. Which, I haven't seen this movie today, but it felt like a Supergirl movie to me. It didn't feel like just let's just put a woman in a Supergirl outfit and have her flying around and doing whatever. This actually felt like a Supergirl film, and what I really enjoyed about it is her growth throughout the movie. And I like how I forgot the young girl's name, but how she was like
Millie Alcock.
What did she say to her? How she was like, "You're rude, but you're kind." Like she was saying certain things, you know what I mean, like that.
You're not nice, but you're kind.
You're not nice, but you're kind,
which is a way that people use to describe nurses.
And then there was also something else that started, but then she's like, and you're good, which is they have the flashback to her mother dying, saying, just promise to be you don't good. Have to be nice. You don't have to be kind. Just be good.
Yeah.
Which is a central theme that many women talk to each other about like, do we have to put on a smile when they ask us to? Things like you don't have to be nice. You don't have to do all those things, but like, just be good, be a good person, be kind. When you can. So I did like that they reinforced that in this movie.
That was a nice full circle moment where she was telling Millie, I can't think of the other young girl's character's name. I'm losing Ruthie. Where she and Millie Alcock is sitting there dying because of the green sun, and it's that full circle moment where she has the flashback to her mom saying, you're good. And that kind of keeps her going. But dude, you can't tell me there's anybody that has a dog has that kind of connection to fucking. You can't tell me that if your dog's dying like that and there's a cure out there for it, you're not gonna put your life on the line.
Listen, I was that whole part. I was just thinking of my damn dog. I'm like, if I lose,
I'm sitting in the theater. I'm sitting in the theater like I can't wait to go home and hug my dog.
Like,
and I was so mad because I thought Crypto was going to be in it more. So,
but you see why he wasn't. Though.
No, I see why he wasn't. Yeah,
I think we needed less Crypto after Superman.
Okay,
Like I felt like that was a good way to sideline him a bit because it needed to be about her.
This is going to be controversial.
What?
I think Supergirl, this Supergirl, can beat the crap out of 2025 Superman. She is a powerhouse. Her eye beams are like Cyclops, not like just heat rays. They're like nuclear, like I seen Godzilla did fire breath, like his
oh no, Superman, if he wants to blast, he can. There's like a degree that they can.
You know what it is though, James, is
and she's good at combat too.
Because Superman in the comics shaves with his heat vision. He shines it into a mirror and then looks where he wants it cut.
Supergirl fights. I feel like she fights with a lot more pain and anger than Superman does. And he even said himself, like he didn't.
Oh yeah, 100%.
No, when she says it, like he didn't have enough or a rough life like she did, as far as once he got on Earth.
And he always sees the good in people.
He always has no trauma.
And she sees. He said, or no, she said he always sees the good. I always see the truth.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not naive. It's just how they were.
It's how
brought up.
Raised. Yeah.
Literally how they were brought up.
When she woke up and she's like hungover and she got to piss and she got to do all this stuff, I'm like, I recognize that. She did a good job. She looks just like a hangover to me. Yeah. What was it? A lot of aspects of this movie I really enjoyed. I love the Argo City stuff. I loved how they played it off and kind of gave you that story. I liked the look. I liked the introduction of all these different alien types. I didn't love the color palette. I wish it was a little brighter. I didn't need the final planet to be brighter, but maybe just along the way, some of the planets be bright. There was a very vicious kill where the little girl gets her neck, her throat slit.
Crazy. Yeah,
that's wild. Still, my kid still talks about that. That hit him hard.
There are violent moments in this movie.
There really are.
Yeah, but oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I liked Lobo. I don't know that I think I liked him as much as he was in it. I didn't need more.
Yeah, I didn't need more.
No, he was in it the right amount.
And
I didn't like
the only thing I will say is, and then I'm done, is Krem the killer. He was fine, but he's just he was two-dimensional. There was nothing really to him. In the comics, there's more to him.
He didn't look or sound powerful. Like he's
a leader. And that seems to be a consensus between all the reviews I've read. Krem is there. Yeah, he's the villain, but they don't give him. There's no connection to the evilness or anything.
Yeah, he just seems like a Mad Max guy.
Yeah, he's just. And this movie got. It's funny you say that, James, because one of the other things I read is that this is Mad Max in space, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Krem is just like a serviceable, move the story along type villain. Like they don't establish him as like any kind of big baddie or anything like that.
I agree with that.
And as much as I enjoyed this movie, though, I'm getting concerned with James Gunn's movies. Because this looks like Guardians of the Galaxy. This looks like a lot of the other stuff he's done. Is he just going to keep making stuff like this? It's the space adventures, the colors. Yes,
I hope so, because it's making it better.
But then how long do you get tired? How long before you start to be like, oh, I've seen this before?
Well, look how Marvel's going, though.
Yeah, people are tired of it. And
but people still go watch it, and they still make millions and billions.
Yeah, but still, though, you'd want it to keep like going on an incline as far as the quality of the film, the quality of the story, this, that, and you don't want it to just be kind of the same, like that plateau, because you're going to get bored with it. Like, okay, like what Chris is saying with it. And it's like, yes, it's better than 84, but I mean, you could shit in a bag and make that better than 84.
But
I do hope they progress with it more.
I'm talking about, let's say somebody that's never seen these movies, doesn't have any connections to comics. You put up and they come across Guardians of the Galaxy, or they come across now Supergirl, and they're like, I don't know the difference.
Okay,
I think personally, I think like when you have a hero like Superman or Supergirl who are so overpowered, it's hard to contain it to one place. And I think, like, to me, Superman was Superman. It was a Superman comic. Now, They filled out a good movie with good plot points, and I love it. I think that I think it's the best story in the Superman movies out of everything we watched, because it's the most complete and put together, and everybody's kind of like really hashed out well. Supergirl is going for a narrative. It's not a Supergirl comic. The book was based on True Grit and Western style, which you can do creme and all of those. You can do a biker gang, which essentially is what they are. Or you can do the old, outlaw gang that they chase in the old westerns and such. I think because this is designed in that way, and westerns typically never really had established good villains. Some do. Don't get me wrong. There are some really good ones with that, but that's the difference between movie levels, in my opinion. If you don't flesh out all of your characters, or you stick to one side, you're going to have a good to terrible movie. That's the level you're on. That's the spectrum you reach. You have to flesh out your villain characters, give them a real poise, give them sympathy, give them anything you need to, so that way it can be good to great. And vice versa. You can't just focus on the villain. You got to focus on the heroes too. But we usually do. That's why I didn't say it. But you see what I'm saying? So like, I feel like Clayface is going to get a lot of, because it's in the same world. This is a James Gunn world. This isn't a Matt Reeves Clayface. So like, it looks dark. It looks horror, because Gotham is a horror type of town. You don't want to walk around. I think Batman's going to be on that level. But like, when you take Superman and you take Supergirl, you kind of got to go off world a bit, or at least go around the world. Have huge like other dimension plot points that are in there, or this plot point where she's got to travel to planets.
Now, did this continue from the Superman 2025? She came and got crypto.
Yep.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. So my thing is, she has this, like she said, she sees the truth, and she kills someone in here. If they had her on Earth still, and let's say Lex Luthor is still in the picture, I think she would have smashed through and just snapped his neck. I think she has that in her. Superman is too good.
No, she says it. She didn't want, like, she could do it. Like, she kills Krem so he never goes after Ruthie again.
Yeah.
He realizes he can't protect. That's the only reason she does it. And I'm not saying I love that choice, but it still shows that she's got a bit of a dark heart.
Yeah.
But not a dark heart where she's going to just snap somebody's neck in a whim.
No, I'm saying for all the stuff he's doing to Superman. Like, he almost killed Superman multiple times.
Yeah, but I don't think she would do that because she knows Superman wouldn't want that done. I don't like, that's why she killed Krem quietly.
She's spending the entire movie telling Ruthie, don't kill him, don't kill him. And I'm waiting to see that moment. Clearly something happened to her in her past. I feel like they're laying the groundwork for where she killed somebody. And that's another reason she's being affected. But they don't actually give you any indication that happened. Like, there's no flashback to that. But I feel like it's there.
Flimsy parts to this.
But she's capable of it if she's given this story, because she's getting this pain from somewhere to try to convey that message to Ruthie.
And she had an upbringing. She had an upbringing where she watched her entire country, like her entire city, I guess.
Her race.
They're dying from kryptonite poisoning.
Yeah.
So she had to watch all of that. It's not just the trauma of like having to leave her family, but knowing they're truly gone and dead, and there's nothing left. And she grew up with them. Clark never grew up with them. He grew up on a farm real nice. So like when he looks at this, that's why I think like he was able to transfer from videos of his parents who wanted him to conquer the world to videos of his parents here on Earth who are like teaching him love and stuff. She had this element to her that, to me, there's a darkness there, and she's trying to fight that darkness. She doesn't want to be that. She wants to be good, like her mother wanted her to. But what would you do in this situation?
Throughout this film, she's trying to find herself, and I feel she goes through it, and she finally does, or maybe at least a part of herself by the time this movie ends. She's at least getting to that next step, which I think was a pretty cool thing overall, because it gave it more purpose. You see how she starts out just on the red planet, the red moon, red planet, whatever you want to call them, just partying and drinking all the time for her birthday. And what was funny is how Superman was like, "Are you still celebrating your birthday?" Every time he was calling her, she just keep hanging up and all this other shit,
like a month long.
But what was cool and fun about that though is it's only
3 days.
It reminds you of like your everybody has like a family member that's like that. It's like, yo, you coming back? No, man, I'm still out here partying, whatever the case may be. And it's like you're waiting for them to take that level of maturity, but you're also giving them that time to get to that level of maturity.
Well, she turned to alcohol because all the trauma.
Well, yeah, that's it. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that instead of facing their problems.
I'm drinking my beers right now.
Getting drunk and just not really giving a shit. And then something finally makes her give a shit with her dog.
One of the subtle things I like, and again, having a dog, like, Mick, do you have a dog?
Mm-hmm. I've sent pictures of my dog in a group chat.
I'm too drunk to remember. So first off, that makes it immediately easy to.
I would have stabbed him just for shooting my dog.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
That's another thing. Like, it's the second you see somebody hurt a dog, I'm like, I want that fucker to die. I don't care if it's a 30-minute movie, he needs to die. But one of the subtle things I like that really connects this to Superman, and when she at the end, when she has that conversation with Clark, they're in the fucking apartment where he's back to Superman 2025, where he's talking to Rachel Bronson and they're fighting the interdimensional imp behind him. Like, you have no idea, like, where the fuck are they? They're in an apartment. Whose apartment is that? It was fucking Supergirl's apartment. It's the same apartment. And
I think it's Superman's, but she was staying with him. That's why I said,
is it
here.
Either way?
Yeah. And Crypto just destroys things.
Oh yeah. And then it was a fun ending because Crypto's there and he's like, "Where's he gonna stay?"
Yeah.
There's a fan theory that imp that they're fighting, the fifth dimensional imp, is Mr. Mxyzptlk.
Is it really?
Yeah, because he could change his forms, and he's from the fifth dimension. He's an imp from the fifth dimension. So
interesting.
I don't know if Batmite is from the fifth dimension.
But why would he turn to that form and just not go as himself, as a villain in a way? So he's two villains in one. That's what you're saying?
He's a trickster. He's like
trickster.
Loki.
He changes his form. He does all different types of stuff. Causes problems for everybody. I think it's a solid movie. I think it's a good movie.
I do too. I liked it way better than I thought.
I don't know why. Like, Superman to me is on the level of like Infinity War as a movie. I think it's just a truly amazing movie. It's fantastic. Are we really expecting every one of these movies that comes out from James Gunn to be 10s?
No.
Exactly. So I don't understand why every other movie reviewer right now who is crapping all over this, like, fine, whatever. And I do think that differentiating her from Clark, still wanting to be good, but having killed somebody in front of us, like, I stop putting the label of Superman's like principles on Supergirl. It's not the same. At one point, she was dating Lex Luthor. She does not she has a darker side to her. She's just still a hero who's going to do the right thing, and she tries not to kill.
There you go.
So
you don't want two of the same character to begin with, because what the fuck is the fun in that?
And you also, like, we didn't have any of the same characters as Superman. Every other hero there didn't mind killing.
He's the one who's he's the Rock. He's the pure good. Even though he does have darkness in his heart.
Not just the monster either. When they go to Bravia, and he's flipping everybody in all the tanks and everything.
Oh, the Green Lantern?
Yeah. You think people aren't dying?
I'm not doing the middle fingers again because I tried to reenact the movie and I got punished.
You're only at one, James. You're allowed one.
You're doing
more.
good. Yeah. We're doing really good this year.
At least
we are.
It's disappointing.
I just liked how
Sturdy and I are pretty disappointed.
Her combat, like, she was doing like grabbing bars, flipping, kicking people, just tearing people apart. I was like, wow. I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, when she was fighting, she was kicking that. One part that had me laughing is when she's fighting and she's on the red, by the red sun sill. She gets punched in the face and hits her head on the ground. She's like, "Oh shit, I'm bleeding."
Yeah, he's like, "Cool,"
or "Cool, I'm bleeding." I forgot what she said exactly.
This is what humans feel like. Okay,
and laughs and then just whoops his ass. Like, yeah.
And I like how she thinks it's normal, Crypto grabbing her and just slamming her against walls and the floor and everything. She's laughing. She's like, like, oh, he loves me so much.
You do realize every time she acted like that, she was hammered.
That is true.
So she's like a 20-year-old who's hammered. Like, she's just
tore up.
I don't know. I really like
23?
this. The 2025 Superman and this and 2026 Supergirl.
It's a great
combo.
companion movie. It's a good movie on its own. It's also a great companion movie to Supergirl.
Agreed.
I feel God, sorry.
I was just saying, I feel like, because they're jumping. Let's say they're jumping from this Supergirl 2026. It's a good start to a Supergirl thing, and I hope they really, really, really do it justice. I hope they keep her as Supergirl and make a bunch of movies and some really good Supergirl movies, because it's needed. I feel like it's needed, and I think she did an amazing job. I really, really do.
Wasn't the critics also complaining? They said they wanted the Arrowverse Supergirl.
Yeah, they honestly,
like
there's a big complaint
Supergirl?
that they say that this young lady is ugly, and I don't see it. Is she traditional Victoria's Secret model beautiful? No, but she's got distinct features that I feel like are like she's still a beautiful woman. Like, what are we talking about? And Julia Roberts has distinct features.
Yeah, certain angles though, I did thought they were using CGI. I was like, did they just use CGI on her face?
Why?
I don't know. It was like a quick thing. It didn't look.
Well, they might have if she was flying or something. People can't fly, James.
I know.
I don't know if you know that.
Well, someone believes they can fly.
Just making sure.
If you truly believe you can fly, go up on the roof.
James didn't have a dad there.
I didn't say me. I said somebody believes they can fly. I
was telling James to go jump.
I got a fair height, so even if I knew how to fly, like didn't know about it, like I can actually fly, I wouldn't.
You got to flap your wings real fast.
James, go up on your roof.
Hey, I lost a lot of weight. I got extra skin.
There you go.
Oh God,
yeah.
Dude, go put on one of your shirts from your biggest, and then see if that it creates.
Go up on the roof.
And then, with just weird Scotch tape, and then jump off and see if you Mary Poppins your way down.
I gotta say this. I'm so happy James is stupid to really. All right, guys, I'm going to do this.
Oh my God! No, please don't do that.
I'm not that white.
That's good.
He's not.
I got a conscience. I
stopped myself from saying something else.
I'm white, but I'm not.
I don't have an
white.
R on my chest.
I think she's beautiful, but it's the overbite.
She has an overbite.
Yeah, care absolutely less. In fact, even mentioning it feels just played out. What are we doing?
And also, they
was a good actor in a role.
They also made it more realistic because every Kryptonian is a model.
You know how I didn't judge my Superman and Batman suits tonight? Biggest cod piece. Calm down. So what? She has a little bit of an overbite.
I'll say nipples played a role though.
Nipples did play a role.
Yeah.
Touche.
It's funny the Batsuit had nipples, but Supergirl's didn't have nipples.
I really liked it. I think it's a good continuation. I don't understand why people are like, the tone's different from this. Creature Commandos. And Peacemaker.
Lanterns looks different. Supergirl is also a side. Superman's always the #1 main feature. They did a great job for a side character, bringing someone into the universe. I don't know why they're complaining about it either. It makes no sense to me. I was like, because I'm going to be truthful. I was reading a lot of the critics and everything, and I was like, is this going to be garbage? So when I went in, I wasn't expecting much, but I enjoyed it way.
Yeah, you get a lot of. The only people that are mad about this are people like Dean Cain and his kind.
Yeah, he's the one that set that Neanderthal picture or something.
The only ones who are mad at this are seriously these little fanboys who wanted to be movie critics because they want to get stuff and they want to get screeners and they want to do all that stuff and they want to make the money and they want you to buy in their crap, and they don't know what they're talking about. They've done everything to become a movie reviewer than it is to actually learn how to movie review and movie critic. First of all, you critique the films, but whatever. Regardless, there's no professionalism to it. We shouldn't be ripping apart the looks of these actors as a movie critic.
Body shaming. Yeah.
I don't, when I do a movie review, the scandals don't even come into it. I might say, as a person, I don't really like this person, but I watched this movie because a lot of people collaborated on it and I wanted to see it. And then I review it. And then that's it. you talk about the film. You could talk about the actors, but what did they do in the film? I don't care what they did in their cars on the PCH. Like calm down.
Exactly. Listen, people. Here's how you got to do it.
It counts for women too, Johnny. They're not good either.
Wow. They're more judgmental.
Well, no, I think he's just saying that.
And women hate women for some reason. So
they do. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Men hate women and women hate women. I don't understand it. The dynamic is weird.
You can't win if you're a woman.
I love women. They give me pleasure.
I just anytime I see somebody talk about any woman, and not just men, but other women too, like anybody who talks about women in such a disparaging way for no reason, and there is no reason to talk about her looks when you're talking about a Supergirl movie. There's no reason to talk about her overbite. There's no reason to talk about anything that has to do with her other than, did she fit in a costume? And I'm not even talking, she could be a fat girl. I don't care. I'm just saying, does she at least fit in a goddamn costume? I'll take it if that's no. But what I'm saying is, because costuming is a part of the movie. So did the costumes do their job and fit her right? Yeah. Now I'm talking about in that situation. I'm not talking about does she look good in all of her outfits. I'm saying when you're watching these things, you should be talking about the movie, but you're not. You want to talk about the scandal because that's what gets you the views. That's what gets you the content. And the movies get lost in the sauce. Now, we can make jokes. We can have fun with friends on here and everything. But when we're critiquing a movie, if you're not taking the movie into account over all that other crap, you are not a critic. You are just somebody who's doing this because you're bored.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. And here's what I'm going to say. If you're so worried about the looks of the men and the women in these films.
No, Johnny, it's not at you.
Watch porn. Yeah. That's how you can critique the looks. Did you get hard? Did you get wet from watching these people? Okay. This is Supergirl. This isn't about all that. This is about the actual stories. This is about the movie. They're acting in it. She did a phenomenal job. And I love her as Supergirl. That's my Supergirl now. I want to see her as Supergirl more.
I like her. Yeah.
Like if you want a movie to rip apart, go watch 84.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's a movie you can rip apart without having to look at scandals or anything else because the movie's terrible. But they're comparing 20
the bright blonde, old school, beautiful woman.
It was bad.
Again, now you're going right towards her looks.
That's what I'm saying. If they compared to that, that's what they would do.
I mean, I see what he's saying. I see what he's saying with that.
They'll go straight after like, oh, she's beautiful. She makes a perfect Supergirl. No.
And it's okay to have beautiful actors. Like I said, I thought Supergirl was beautiful like back in the day. I thought she was amazing. I can make that comment and it had nothing to do with my review. Mm-hmm. like now I can talk about the movie and the devil showing up at the end while everybody's in cages and Supergirl has a lightning rod for some reason. But then you get to this one and like, you have a clear story. Yes, you have a villain that's not great, but he's a serviceable villain. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's not a 10. That's why it's not an 8 or 9 or 10. It's a 7 for me. It was just a fun
I do wish they could have done a lot better with the villain, but I'm not mad at it. I love that we got a really good introduction to Supergirl, especially for those who've never seen it. I'm not even gonna count the 84.
It's why I'm retiring. Like I'm tired of this shit. There you go. That's 2.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. Like it really am. Like, and Johnny, like I said, I'm not coming after you. I see it every day. Everybody's getting into something, and it's not just in movies. You have people who are getting into politics that don't know what they're talking about. And I'm not saying I do. I definitely know more than them, but I don't talk about politics. I talk about movies because that's what I know.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you have to be on a film set to be a movie critic. No, that's not the case. But it helps. It helps if you understand what everything is instead of just making sweeping declarations. So that's why I'm so pissed off, because every week it's a movie critic trying to get some type of content out there that is salacious enough for you to follow. And then it comes down to the fact that a movie is either the worst movie in cinematic history or it's the greatest thing that's ever been made. Mm-hmm. Nobody knows how to actually
break it down,
critique a movie and break it down to a point. We just give it arbitrary numbers. No, I have an entire checklist when I go through my movies to why. And I have one special for Sturdy because he does the 10 and I usually do the 5. But I have to work it out. Have some integrity if you're going to do this and stop just jumping on a camera and actually think about what you're doing. Whatever.
Part of me, these famous critics, a lot of times I go, were they paid off to say this movie is crap or this movie was really good, even though, like for English Patient, crap. It was beautiful. It was nice scenery.
But that to me, like that cinematography is going to get at least a 2 or a 3.
Exactly.
Alone. And there's other elements that are going to get points for it. The acting was very good. It's just bad dialogue and a bad script. You know, really, that's the worst part. And it's like 900 hours.
But they said it's like a 10 out, like Rotten Tomatoes gave what, like a 98% or something?
Yeah, because critics sniff their own farts.
That's the
like
part.
The old school critics sniff their own farts. And now they sort of do too, but in a different weird way where there is no professionalism.
And the thing is, a lot of it is opinionated too. So you got your own opinion about something. The crappiest movie could be your favorite movie in the world because it's entertaining.
You know how many PR people hate me and stop sending me stuff, screeners and stuff, because like I give a real review to it, and if the movie's not good, I'm not going to glaze it.
Yeah, no,
and you shouldn't.
I also don't trash any movies. So like I got one guy who kicked me off from being a PR rep, and I ripped into him because he sent me this movie, and I was like, you know, I forget what movie it was, but I think it was Pools, and it was fine. It wasn't that good. I was like, you know, I expected a little bit more. It was kind of a dry story, blah blah blah. But overall, you know, good acting, good chemistry, you know, stuff like that, and it looked all right. They dropped me. They were like, we're not sending you screeners anymore because you trashed the film. I'm like, I didn't. I think it got a 6. Oh, not a 6. On your scale, it'd be a 6. On my scale, it'd probably be about a 3. I think I gave it like a 3, which is a better than average rating. And but people don't care. Because this is all a business, and that's all they want.
You go out of 5, right?
Mm-hmm. I go out of 5.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good score. 3. Yeah, it's like, hey, decent.
No, movie. I have to be on there like all these other chuds that are sitting there going, it's the greatest movie of all time. I watched this and it was so good. Everybody's doing this, but I'm not really saying anything as I talk. I'm just telling you about the movie because there's this girl in it. She was in this movie. And then there's this guy in it and he was in this movie. And then you should really check it out. It's from these people who made this and blah, blah, blah. And that's it. That's not a review. That's facts about the movie. Not even really.
Listen, Tom Hanks is a great actor. If you give him a bad script, the movie.
Larry Crown sucked. Larry Crown was terrible.
The dialogue. If the movie don't make sense in it or it's boring and crap, I don't care what actor you have in there. Just not saving it.
I'm telling you straight up. I did pull up the wheel just because I'm at 2 and I had a feeling I might flip out.
So. Like Speed.
Yeah, to be fair, also you went off on your own tangent.
You did.
I did. It's hard to argue with that.
You did.
He riled himself up.
He did.
I did. I've been watching it every week after week after week. This is terrible. This is the greatest thing ever.
I don't trust nobody. I think everybody's getting paid off, or someone just likes, like you said, they hate the clickbait. Like the was it hate?
I think most people are just uninteresting and they don't have the prowess for doing things like this, like talking and podcasts and stuff like that. They don't have it, but they think because they have thoughts that they're great.
And that's another thing. People follow each other too. Oh, this guy says it's crap. Yeah, it's crap, but really they liked it. You know, I don't like that. I don't understand critics.
I look at scores, but I basically ignore them until I watch the movie myself.
There are some very solid critics out there who really do critique the films and they give great feedback, and that's what you should follow. That's block the other idiots who don't know what they're talking about. Go through and actually listen to them. And if they're not saying anything, if they're really not critiquing the film, they're just saying, I didn't like it because of this, because she had yellow hair. And I don't like that because it's just not something I'm attracted to. Like,
my opinion, iconic, the Duel critics was Ebert and
they were the worst.
I think they're the worst. They're crap. They're paid off. They want artsy.
The great Gene Shalit just passed away, so I don't even want to hear their names. Stupid.
By the way, actually, now that I want to throw a happy birthday out there to Mel Brooks, who's turning 100 tomorrow.
Mel Brooks, wow. That's awesome. Yes, you should watch his documentary, Mel Brooks, the 99-year-old man, especially before tomorrow. Because he will no longer.
Definitely not gonna watch it before tomorrow. Chris is going to bed after this.
I'm asleep already. I don't know.
He's on autopilot.
Well, I'm okay with ending because we've been here for 3 hours.
I can't believe we did this for 3 hours. Yeah, we're at.
And this is going to be every week.
Well, no. If we don't have lists every week, then there'll be more rants in the beginning parts.
That is true. We have, we'll talk the behind the scenes. We have to come up with stuff to fill in the time gaps. But it's fun.
Yeah. No, it was. I do like the list. Like when we're done with franchises, I think it's a good.
Yeah, because you're comparing them. Like I said, Batman wins out of all the movies. Batman wins, even though Superman 2025 and Supergirl was really good. I still have to lean towards Batman winning because the Dark Knight Rises, the Batman. It's just
as an overall series, as an overall superhero series, Batman tops
100%. Yeah, and that I don't know. DC, I think DC's getting on. This is starting to lean towards getting good, towards Marvel. Like let's go. Don't mess this up.
No, we'll see though.
I think it's smart.
I mean, I'm not saying that it can't happen, but Marvel had that run, and let's just go from the first Iron Man up till Endgame. Just that run alone is fucking.
Yeah.
I'm not saying every single movie in between those is great, but for a good chunk.
And that's why DC needs to do that. They got to actually dig down like they did with the Superman and Supergirl. They have to have it make sense and have entertaining. Don't have some weird crap. Justice League and everything.
DC had no plan, even when Snyder made his first movie, that they were trying to build any kind of universe.
It's like Pepsi and Cola. You're supposed to try to match them or top them. You don't be like Mr. Pibb.
Well,
Walmart brand.
I'll just say, if we've seen a few projects from James Gunn now, Superman, even his HBO Creature Commandos, which I haven't finished actually, but
I haven't watched it.
I thought they did great with it.
That's the animated one, the cartoon?
Yeah.
I always seen the first 2 episodes.
Peacemaker, which season 1 wasn't part of the universe really. Because that was made before he became.
They retconned it in season 2.
But they did retcon it.
That's Supergirl flying in the shadow.
Yes, they did retcon it, but and he built it in. But just the projects James Gunn has put together so far gives me a lot of good hope for DC going forward.
Nice.
And like I said, he's not going to have 10s every time.
No, I'm not.
He's making it better. He's making DC better.
Yeah.
Or DCE or whatever they call it now.
Just enjoy it. Just enjoy good movies coming out.
Exactly. Enjoy it.
Fucking let go and be entertained.
And it's different superheroes. It's not the same ones all the time. Supergirl.
We can't keep going into rants. I have to go to the bathroom.
Nick, I was about to swear and you interrupted me. Huh?
Oh, well, you're lucky. I told you I wasn't going to try and make you swear. I put the wheel away.
James,
we did pretty good. We're doing
James,
good.
What were your thoughts on Superman 4 again?
Yeah, that can suck a couple. I'm not going to say
it. All right. So overall,
especially when Superman was strangling himself, did you get a boner?
No, I was just hoping he killed himself faster.
All right. So overall, we watched all the Batman live action, all the Superman live action, and both Supergirl movies. We've talked about our favorites, talked about everything. I'm not worried about all that. Were you we've done a lot of franchise runs in the past?
Mm-hmm.
Was this one that you guys really enjoyed and walked away from? Is this one of the top ones you did?
Even though there was crappy ones, yes. Because I just love Batman, and now I'm more into Superman. I thought Superman was good, but everybody's like Superman's the best hero. He means good, but he's overpowered. So that's what bothered me. But watching these, I was like, okay, I get it. Superman is cool guy. You're hope if you're down in the dumps, you're hoping right now. I wish there was a Superman. Save us.
Oh, word.
Come in, land. I'm not going to mention the countries.
Nope. Come in,
just
clean the reflecting pool first. Because that needs to
no.
Actually, you should heat it up.
Superheat the pool and make it boiling.
Yeah.
we need Captain Planet for the reflecting pool. That's his expertise.
Yeah, we need to build our own superhero Justice League just to save
you think
Earth.
that they did a live action Captain Planet like that movie? Like this nowadays, would it be good?
I don't care. I loved Captain Planet.
I love
Yeah,
Captain
the
Planet.
cartoon was great. The cartoon was fun as hell.
I remember.
I'd rather a reboot.
With our powers combined.
I'd rather a reboot of the cartoon, maybe a little grittier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, Mick, I did have a good time overall with this this versus franchise thing we did with Superman and Batman. Like James, I did gain, which I always did like Superman. I just like Batman a hell of a lot better, but I do like Superman a little more from watching this.
And
I'm glad I did it.
I might like Batman because of the trauma in my life. I was like, match up with them. Like, hey, I could be Batman.
You don't got a dad? I don't got a
I
dad.
don't have one either.
Here,
I do have a
squirt.
mom, so I can't be the true Batman.
But
Don't forget to have a squirt.
gotta always have a squirt.
Always.
Every movie with Catwoman, I had a squirt.
Yeah. Catwoman. But no, I like I said, I really enjoyed this. I had a good time, and it was something I wanted to do for a long time as far as matching the movie, similar to like Freddy versus Jason type of deal. It was something I wanted to do for years, and finally we
we're going to get newer matchups that it's going to be
finally
fun.
we did it. So yeah. Great time. I don't know if it's my favorite franchises that we've done overall on here as far as like quality of film, as far as like, you know what I mean, like quality of film.
Or fun. I think if I was during that Godzilla thing with you guys, I think that probably would have been my favorite franchise.
That was fun.
That was fun as hell. But yeah, good time overall.
Yeah.
All right.
Great time overall.
So what are we doing next week?
Yes. Do you have a card, or do you want me to tell you?
Oh, I have a card. All
right.
Next Saturday at 7:00. You're gonna want to be here. We're ending with the Batman. We're ending with Superman. All that superhero shit. Time to dive back into some Stephen King with, you guessed it, Silver Bullet and Cujo.
Yeah, get
Both have puppies in it that I want to pet.
Well, you can pet them all you want, James.
I mean, we just left the dog movie, then we're going to the dog movies, and getting into July.
I could have killed Silver Bullet the werewolf really quick. Put some peanut butter on the bullet.
Oh, actually, if you think about it,
it would have put the gun right in his mouth.
If you think about it, we have Disco Beaver from Outer Space the week after, so like we got a lot.
Are we serious? Are we? Is this?
I like that
we're pint?
I like that we're going from one movie where I'd do anything to save this dog to another where I'm like, this dog needs to die.
I feel sorry for Cujo.
And in Silver Bullet, it's the werewolf is the priest, so the kid is definitely in trouble.
Oh yeah, double time. And he's a wheelchair. He can't run. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough for him.
Classic. Where's that mac and cheese clip where the
that's the wheelchair that Sturdy used to stand on.
Ever since we reviewed, was it Mac or whatever it is? I watch Silver Bullet now, and I picture him going off a cliff.
Oh, fucking Mac and me! I forgot all about
that scene was so funny.
Do you know that's the scene that whenever Paul Rudd showed up on the Conan show?
When we watched it, we showed a clip of it.
Oh my god!
Holy
just did on his podcast recently too.
It's great. He's not going to let it go. That's his thing now. He's going to stay everywhere he goes.
But people, listen, thank you for being here with us for these 3 hours. So we're going to get on out of here. But before we do, make sure you guys go check out Fade Theory. Make sure you guys go check out the Scene Snobs. They're live every Monday at 8:00 Eastern time. Make sure you guys go check out Stories from a Bar's old episodes and all that. Some great stuff. And hit up Stories from a Bar, tell him to put some shit out because we miss hearing his conversations and interviews and all the other stuff. So he needs to get back to the bar and drink with people, get drunk, and do interviews.
I need to go on my couch.
And Horror Search 30. If we do end up having episodes,
that's called peer pressure.
Go to AA meetings and ask everybody what their favorite story from a bar is.
Yeah, that's true. I should do that.
There you go. Stories from a meeting.
You gotta record it. You got to record it
from an AA meeting.
You've graduated into stories from a meeting. He's on the road to recovery. That'd be a good one.
Hey, it'll be a good side thing. Like it'll be 12 episodes for the 12 steps.
We're here to make amends, Charlie. Who are you making amends with?
Oh shit! And be here every Thursday at 8:00 Eastern time. Next Thursday is up in the air. I'll know by like Monday, Tuesday, and I'll have the schedule out there for you. But
I hope we
this
have
is
it.
the next movie.
I'm waiting for this one. Like I'm actually getting excited.
It's back in time.
Yeah,
but we're gonna get on out of here. So thanks for popping by, and peace.
I love your face.
Thank you.